All right, everybody. We are testing out this new setup I have, which I'm very psyched about, and I'll get around to that in a second. So, we're going to start out. What was that? A notification? Nope. Okay. We're going to start out with a piece called Ragtime Nightingale. It goes like this. That was like at 80% or something. There was some.
I sure like the camera angles though.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're giving this a test run. Um, that was okay. I've played it better, but and there were some spots, and it's interesting how yeah, I should talk to you guys. It's interesting how different times there's different spots, and my goal here is to iron out all the spots, and I'm going to share with you guys in the future. Not tonight because it's getting kind of late. It took me a long time to get this stuff set up today, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. And Jennifer's here, so I'm excited to show her because she hasn't seen this setup yet. And she loves this song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these songs, and then we'll see like which parts need to be ironed out, and we'll iron them out, and then we'll do a final performance at the end. But in between, I'm going to give like one sort of music theory lesson or another to explain how I am going about charting these out, as I've been telling you guys for the last few weeks that I have been doing for all these pieces that I've been learning. I try to make a chord chart just like it was a pop chart, and of course, since it's classical music, it's not always just C minors and D majors or even like E flat major seventh. Sometimes it gets a little more convoluted than that, so we just, you know, the whole thing about analysis is that you just want to communicate more than anything to yourself about what's going on, because then that'll help wrap your head around what all those notes are doing with each other. So, anyways, I set up a bunch of stuff today. I'm going to switch the screen here to, let's see, this. So now what we got, and I got to get my iPad here. Yep, it is cool. And so I can share my iPad now. And as soon as that, now there's my iPad, yay! Okay, and then I can just go get on a screen here, and I can just start a new screen even. Let's do that. Okay, and boom. Now we have a new screen. And I can say, well, I can't, I'm drawing white on white, so that doesn't work. Okay, hi,
That's great.
everybody. Oops, I made a mistake, but that's okay because I can erase it. Hi, everybody. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, check this out, Jen. So, um, so now we've got the little picture-in-picture up here, so I can actually, and then check this out. I can go and boom. Oh wait, now that wasn't supposed to be like that, because that is weird because I had all of these adjusted today. So let's actually adjust that back. I don't know why that switched, but basically I can now. Oh no, this is what I want to show you. Oh, this is strange because I had. It seems like something got weird. Because what I wanted to do was have this like right there, and then this. No, that's not right. That. And to unlock that is what I meant to do, and then pull that down. Because if I go over to this other computer now, I go to a Google Doc where I just spent all day yesterday, not all day, but a good part of yesterday, going to make a Google Doc where I went through my little chicken scratch notes of the analysis that I did on Ragtime Nightingale. And now, if everything is right, oh gosh, this was all,
Well, this is a good trial run.
yeah, this is a good trial run, but I had it, these proportions were all set. I don't know what happened. So let's go and reset them because, everybody's having fun out there. And so if we go like that, take that down, and go up, then, Okay, yeah, that is so weird. So, anyways, let's take this down here and zoom in. Oh, gotta do that keyboard. Click on there. Run two computers here at once here. Okay, there we go. And let's see. It really irks me. It took me like 2 hours to get those portions right, and now. Okay, that's what it should say. See? Isn't that cool? Ragtime Nightingale. Okay. And then. I wonder if I change the dimensions on this somehow. And then see, I gotta turn off the energy saver on my iPad because that's been a problem with Zoom too, is that I get it mirroring and then it goes off and then I have to reset it and it's just awkward. So let's get that back on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay.
I wondered.
She was just waiting for me to say okay. Okay, so so what I had. Yeah, that's terrible because I had these all adjusted so that God, this took me an hour a day. Why did it go back? Okay, let's turn this off. And then see if we can just pull this down again. OBS, everybody, it's actually really cool. I wish there was an undo. If I had one request for the people that are doing OBS, it would be, please, we want undo. Because undo is like, I tell the kids, your two best friends are Apple S and Apple Z. Save often, save a lot, and undo is just like whenever your cat like walks on top of your computer.
Oh, cats would
You've got that
never
perfect
do
you've got that perfect Photoshop, brilliance, and then Meefer comes walking on the computer and it's like, ah! Well, if you press Apple Z right away, you're good. All right, so as you'll see, we have, and I'll go dial in the rest of it later. We've got up in the top here the intro, and look at that, the chord analysis. So this top part, another thing I got to figure out is how to do annotation. So I need to figure out how to highlight what we're looking at up there, because I would love to circle measures and have them show up, and I was trying to figure that out. If anybody knows how to annotate with OBS, let me know. But anyways, we'll figure that out. Anyway, so there's the first opening measures. Do that again. So what I've got up there is a C minor 2 going to a D minor half diminished, which is D half diminished, which is D minor 7 minus flat 5, which is the same thing, over A flat, over G, and then kind of have the 7th come in there, and then it's an A flat 7, A flat 6 to A flat 7 to a G, C, no G. Okay, that's a mistake. That should not say C7. That should actually say G7. And that's what I like about Google Docs, is that they're not set in stone. That's actually a double-edged sword, because sometimes they will vanish if you try to clean your hard drive and you forget that you have hard copies of all those things. Okay, so anyways, there you go. Yay, see? We're all learning here. And the more I do this, the more I remember what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Let's try that again. So C minor 2. D half diminished, or D minor 7 flat 5, same thing, over A flat to G, make it a 7th, vary it at the end there, and then A flat 6, A flat 7, G.
I wish I had done this when I was memorizing my pieces.
Yeah, Jen just said she wished she did this when she was memorizing her pieces, and yeah, me too back in the day, because then it's not just a bunch of C, G, C, D, E, flat G. It's just not a bunch of notes together. I mean, what's easier to remember, like G, C, G, D, E flat, G, C, E flat, or ooh, it's kind of an arpeggio of a G, C minor chord with a 2 in there. You know, it's a lot less to memorize.
Yeah.
And then, when, like I'm telling people all the time, like when I get spooked, you know, because somebody's actually paying attention, then it's like, it's a lot less to be overwhelmed with, you know, to think of like, oh, what's the chord I'm playing here, than to like, what are those 15 notes that I'm playing here? So, and see what I mean about that iPad? That really irks me. I wonder if there's a way. Yeah, we're gonna watch a movie now. We're just trying to test this out. So anyways, I was gonna let's show Jen here the other little things I've got this little thing here that I can show, but because I have to turn this one off. Yeah, turn it off. What? Okay. Hey, here I'm back. But why is that? Oh, there we go. So we want to get that. Yeah, so I've got my little charts here to tell people, like, oh, this is what your basic chords are. You got, like, any key, if you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course, if you start on C, you know it's going to be all white keys. And then you can remember that no matter where you start, it's going to be whole step 1 to 2, whole step 2 to 3, half step 3 to 4, and whole step 4 to 5. So like if you start on B, well, that 1 to 2 whole step would take you up here. That 2 to 3 whole step would take you here. The 3 to 4 whole step would take you here. And the 3 to 4 half step, my mistake. And the 4 to 5 whole step would take you here. And that'd be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But whatever you get, we'll go back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anywhere, then you play 1, 3, 5, just those 3, and ta-da! That's the major chord in any key. Well, thank you. And actually, I'm doing ear training with the kids. I do teach this as ta-da! Because now you get the next one here, the minor. That you take the 3 and you put a flat on it, which means a half step down. Oh, that one's not da-da, that's boo. And then if you take the minor chord, 1 flat 3 5, and you put a flat on the 5 too, keep the flat on the 3 and the flat on the 5. Now that's the diminished chord, and that one's zoinks, zoinks. That's the Scooby-Doo chord. Reggie, I know, Scoob. Okay, so. And then go back to 1, 3, 5, normal ones. And if you actually move the 3 up to 4, that's called a suspended chord. It does. It's suspense. I call it the unfinished chord. And then finally, this one's not as nearly as common as the other 4, but 1, 3, 5, back to major, and you put a sharp on the 5. And flats are half step down, but sharps are half step up. It's augmented, and I call that the outer space chord. You are now approaching Jupiter. Please fasten your seatbelts and thank you for flying on interplanetary transit. Okay, so that's enough of an intro to our little new format here for the. I gotta remember to talk to you guys. Okay, so I'll just play that whole thing once more and then we'll be done. we ended with a bang. That was more like 65%. But I was rushing it, and I was getting excited to like watch a movie because I've been working at this all day. And that's okay because that's what we're here for, is to practice playing it in front of other people, which is always a little nerve-wracking. And the whole point is that the more we dissect this and slice it and dice it and figure out the harmonies and the analysis and the theory and everything, it actually does make it easier to remember. So, yeah, welcome to my journey, and we will get better and better at that. And we've got like 10 other songs that we'll be able to present in this way too. And I'm going to be doing some guitar stuff too, so I'm going to be working tomorrow on polishing up my guitar materials and charts and stuff, because I've got some really fun ways to teach folks of how to play rhythm guitar and lead guitar in a way that kind of like blends them together. So I'm excited to share all that with you. But for now, we're signing off. Happy Saturday, everybody. Cheers.